ads? I hate ads. You know what I like? Patreon.com/inkdependence keeps this blog ad-free. Hello folks, welcome to Inkdependence. I'm Mike, and today we are talking about some of my favorite pens from 2021. This is not an exhaustive list of any kind. This is just things that I have really been enjoying in 2021. Most of them came out in 2021, and definitely I think all of these are worth showing you. Alright, we're going to start out with a trio of standard-ish pens. These are Tactile Turns seasonal Sideclicks from, this one is from 2020, these other two are from 2021. This one I actually got for Christmas last year, so I've had it for just over a year, I suppose, or not quite at this point when I'm recording. But these pens are fantastic. Just the fit and finish, the machining on these is great. You can see the texture here, the tactile texture that you'll find in all these pens. Definitely present there, although softened a bit by the Cerakote. And lately they've been really getting into very cool Cerakotes. This pen is so hard to describe. It doesn't actually translate to video even perfectly. It's more of like the cerulean of ocean waves. You can see this the gold shimmer in there. It is much more pronounced, and it makes the pen a little bit more green in person. Just such a good action on this pen. Great machining, good clicks, super worth checking out. Find those at Tactile Turns website. Yeah, oh, there is one more that I don't have. It's the current Tactile Turn seasonal, which is, I believe, called Stealth. It's modeled on the SR71. It is super cool. Check that out. All right. Next one is one that was new to me, but I bought it secondhand. I'm almost certain I got it this year. What is time, right? This is the Leonardo Officina Italiana Momento Zero Grande Pura in orange with ruthenium trim. I like all these little bands on the cap and on the body. The clip, I think, is perfectly serviceable. It's a really good feeling pen. It's a good amount larger than the regular Momento Zero. And it has the larger nib as well. This is just a great nib. It is, it's fine, and so I use it in a lot of my planners and that sort of thing when I need to write small lines. And it's just this pen has a great feel on it. This pen feels more expensive than a lot of plastic pens you'll find. Also, it has a great piston system in here that actually feels a little bit ratchety when you move it. Like, you can feel it kind of like click, 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 click. Like, it's got a very mechanical feel to it, and I'm not going to demonstrate that because it is full of ink, and that would be a horrible mess. And my fingers would be even inkier than they already are. But Momento Zero, the Pura Grande, or Momento Zero Grande Pura is just, this is a really good pen, and I'm glad I was able to pick one up secondhand. All right, these two were on my channel fairly recently. These are Esterbrook Esties in Nouveau Blue and Scarlet. I really like these pens. I think the Estie is a great model of pen. I've got these in standard, and I've got them in oversized sizes. I don't have the slim yet, but maybe one of these days. But these are a great pen in the hand. They're great posted or unposted. You can put the vintage nibs in them if you want. They have the inner cap springy system here, which can kind of pop it right there. You can feel that. Keeps your nib nice and wet because it is free of air in there and all that jazz. Just a really good pen, and these materials are just knocking it out of the park. Just beautiful to look at. I just like having these on my desk, even just to look at when I'm not using them. Great stuff. All right. These two come from Franklin-Christoph, and Franklin-Christoph is nothing new to my channel. My favorites lists, if I've made those, I've always got to have a Franklin-Christoph on them for sure. Full disclosure, my wife does work there. She is Audrey, the nib doctor over at Franklin-Christoph, and these are pens that I picked up at the Raleigh Pen Show and then one of their online pen shows. This one is a Model 19, which has this awesome material that just reminds me of a sunrise or a sunset all the time I'm using it. It's just a bright, cheery yellow, orange, red pen that it makes me happy when I use it, and that's really what a great pen ought to be doing. This other one is a Franklin-Christoph Model 40. This is the Panther, and this is my favorite model of Franklin-Christoph pen. It has a long cap on a relatively short body. Works very well unposted or posted because it posts so deeply there in that cap. This is just a really nice looking pen, and the color scheme always reminds me of Captain Marvel. They don't market it that way, of course, and I don't think it was intended, but that's what what red, yellow, and blue brings to mind for me, and that makes me happy. So there you go. Also, I really like that I can see the nib in this little translucent section up here, and I love the section on here. It looks yellow on film all the time, but it's actually more of a peach. You can kind of see just at the edges here how the light refracts through this section, and in real life it looks much more peachy than it does yellow. Real cool. All right. Next up are a pair of, let's do these. Ian Schon, my friend Ian Schon, has been busy this year. So there are three of these, two different kinds of pen that I want to talk about. The first are these, which are the Schon Design engineered plastics collection. We have here Ultim, Peak, and then Black Ultim. So these are actually the same, just in different colors. And then the Peak is the Peekaboo edition with the little ghost. How fun is that? These are great pens made out of super plastics that are meant for all kinds of very technical fields and hard use. Like this Peak stuff is used to make cranial plate replacements and all kinds of crazy things. Ultim is also used in all kinds of environments that are very unfriendly for materials. They are, I mean, you could like autoclave these if you wanted to. They're also set up to be eyedroppers with all these little O-rings that Ian has built into the pen. You don't need to throw grease on this or anything. Just it's all these O-rings will protect you if you decide to eyedropper it. I just don't eyedropper it because I like to change inks too often to eyedropper. But these are all fantastic pens, and I love those a lot. And then also from Ian, this is very recent. I've only had this for, I don't know, I got it like last month. I think I got this in November. This is the Pocket 6, which he has been making for a while, but this finish is very special. It's the 3D finish, and you can see it has two different kinds of anodization going on here. It's different levels. You can actually feel the difference here. The orange bits are incised a bit into the body of the pen. You might be able to see it just a skosh there by my finger up here. It's a little bit lower, but the matte black here really kind of gives it a nice pop and a nice feel. This is a great pocket pen, and this one's just super good. How could I not buy this, right? Super cool. Right up my alley. All right, coming up to the end of this list here, I have two pens from Pininfarina, and these are pens from a maker that I've never bought a pen from them before. I've always kind of admired them, but I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool, but yeah, I can pass. These two I got for review, and I had to buy them because I liked them so much. This is the Pininfarina One, which wait, which one's one? This is the one. We'll start with this one because it's number one, which is sort of kind of teardroppy, I suppose. Not as teardroppy as a pen we'll see soon. Has this awesome clip that like swivels around the cap here. It's got this great sort of triangular shaped section, which not everybody's going to like, but I really like. And I love the pop of blue color there. Also, this nib is just great. And secondly, the Pininfarina 2, which likewise has a magnet cap on it, which I'm always a little bit suspicious of. But this one works really well, and I think this pen it just looks like it's from space. It's my kind of over-designed, I think. I really dig these. And then lastly, because I'm into these weird pens, well, I guess not lastly. I need to throw this one in there too. Lastly, because I'm into these teardrop-shaped, oddly designed pens, this is the Lamy Edios, which I just reviewed not too long ago. And so I can't say it's like my favorite thing of 2021, but I think it's got to be on the list because this is cool and new from Lamy. I like what they're doing here, and I hope I like this pen as much as I think I'm going to. I've been using it for the last week or so, and it's been really good. And then I suppose last on the list is this one. I'm pretty sure I picked this up this year, although I can't really remember. This is the Spoke Icon from my friend Brad Dowdy. The Spoke Icon is a very nice fountain pen with all kinds of customization. You can get 3 different kinds of section for this, several different colors. You can change out these sleeves on the inside to give your pen a different pop of color. You can make it look completely different with different color combinations and all that sort of thing. This lives in my my Penwell Craftsman over here. Just all the time. That's where that lives. It's always on my desk right here. All right, that's it for right now. These are my favorites like right now. Maybe this will change next week, but who knows? Thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of 2021. I look forward to see what we're going to get in 2022. I'll see you then. Peace out.